Well done, guys. That's going to wrap it up for our pro tips and tricks videos from Fauna and Focus. If you made it through all of those videos, boy oh boy, you have a serious level of commitment. That was a lot of hours of practice, and that was a lot of hours of training. I want to remind you guys of a few things. First of all of these videos are going to be available on our YouTube channel as well as on our website for free forever, unless we decide to upgrade them in the future and make even more high quality training videos to replace these. So I'd like to remind you that if you forget something, please do go back and look at them again. In fact, if there's a particular skill that you really want to rehearse again or more and more, I encourage you to go do that and just go back to those videos and watch them again. I also encourage you to share these videos with anybody that you think might benefit from them. If anybody is interested in helping develop Khmer subtitles for these videos, or at least Khmer tips that we can add over the coming months, that would be great. For people that maybe aren't as familiar with English, or I'm speaking so fast and saying so many things that it's hard for people to follow. Having some Khmer text popping up throughout these videos would be great. So please do reach out to me on my Facebook page or at the Fauna and Focus website. We have a contact page there. Or you can also reach me at info@faunaandfocus.org by email. And I would really appreciate the support in getting some Khmer subtitles put together. Or at least not subtitles for everything, but maybe some of the kind of more important points and, the key instruction points throughout these videos. So let's see, anything else? So let's just review quickly what we covered. So the course number 1 was just the basics of computers. So hopefully today you guys should now have a pretty solid understanding of what the different parts of your computer are for and what they do. And what are kind of some of the specifications you should be looking for based on the type of work that you will be doing, right? That was the kind of main focus of course number 1. I want to make sure that when you guys are about to lead a project, that you actually know what you need to do and what sort of equipment needs you're going to have based on the work that you're going to be doing. That way you're not spending money on equipment that isn't going to live up to your expectations. And hopefully you guys can just, take my advice and try to get that magic value mark. So aiming for somewhere from the $600 to $800 to $1,200 price point. That tends to be where you get the best value for your money when it comes to computers. And if you're working for a project that has a budget or a grant, that is a small cost to pay to have a tool that you are going to use for the next 4 to 5 years, probably every day. Divide that cost per day. You're talking like $1 a day or less for a couple thousand dollars worth of good usable equipment. All right. So just really do take my advice and try to get the best that you can. Just avoid the super $200, $300 laptops. You're just going to be pulling your teeth out, pulling your hair out every day, waiting for it to load up, waiting for it to copy a file, waiting for it to open a program. So try to steer clear of that, even though it's tempting to kind of low budget your equipment. It does make a difference in what your ability to output work is. So the second course was all on project management and administration. And so these were basically skills designed for project leaders. So, as a team leader, how are you going to manage your administration for your team? How are you going to manage your tasks? How are you going to track your finances? What systems are you going to deploy to your people so that they can have access to the files, folders, and content that they need? So we went through Google Drive and Google Backup and Sync as a great way to sync files across multiple devices. We went through online platforms for Google and how to manage your Google account, Google Chrome, how to set up bookmarks and various links in Google Chrome. Then we did a whole bunch of videos on formula and spreadsheet design using Google Sheets. And a lot of those skills are applicable also over to Microsoft Office Excel, because many of the formulas operate in the same way. Although, again, with the Google platform, everything is online and everything is synced, allowing multiple people to join in together and work on those things together. And then finally, the last course was on visual design and communication. And so this is more for the people in the field who are going to be conducting training, conducting education, conducting community outreach programs. But it's also going to be useful for team leaders who need to sit down with stakeholders, with government partners, with donors and sponsors. You want to present your work in a professional way. And as such, we provided a various number of training courses on all sorts of tools to present, to visually present your work and your mission and what you represent. And so that extended from things such as basic like photo and video editing to graphic design. So we introduced some graphic design techniques using a free program called Canva. And Canva also has an advantage of having some basic animation as well. So you can make some short little intro and outro videos. You can animate logos. You can animate images for social media. And you can also do some basic graphic design layout work. We spent a lot of time talking about PowerPoint and developing really kind of high quality interactive PowerPoints that could be used for fundraising proposals, annual reports, interactive education lessons, training guides, all sorts of amazing uses of PowerPoint beyond just having a boring bulleted list, right? That's the thing we want to avoid. We also talk about just the aesthetics of designing a pretty looking PowerPoint, which is going to help keep your audience engaged. And we ended with some very basic video editing using the built-in video editor in Microsoft Windows, as well as a very basic introduction to Squarespace and, building a site using Squarespace's simple templates and simple features. So that's going to be wrapping it up for this series of videos. I really do hope that you guys feel that you've learned something. And again, congratulations if you've stuck it around this far. I'm pretty sure there are now over 60 hours worth of trainings in these videos. So that's a lot of patience from you guys to have sat there and listened to me ramble on and on and on about various things for so long. But, we often get asked questions at Fauna in Focus about how we're able to do so much with just a few people. And this is how. We deploy all of these skills on a regular basis, and we work really fast and we work really efficiently, and we're able to deliver, quality content with almost no budget. And it's because we use these tools in a smart and effective way, because we don't really have any other choice. And so we are very happy to share these skills with the rest of the conservation sector, because of course this work is probably the most important work on planet Earth. And so anybody working in the wildlife conservation field or the, natural ecosystem conservation field should have all of these skills and should be eager to utilize them to be more efficient leaders in our various fields. So hopefully you guys feel the same way. Hopefully you feel you've benefited in somehow from any of these lessons. I do encourage you to check them out on our website. So it'll be faunainfocus.org. And then under our media or our education section, we'll have our training videos linked. And so you can always come back and revisit these if you want to review something in the future. Don't be afraid to, Google it and look for tutorials on your own. If something that we touched on was interesting, but we didn't quite finish it into the depth that you need, don't be afraid to go out and look for it yourself. And don't be afraid to contact us and ask us for some advice if you have some questions about anything in the videos. You can leave a comment on the YouTube channel, or you can send us a message on our contact page on our website, or even just send me a message directly at info@faunainfocus.org. So once again, guys, thanks so much for sticking around. I'd also like to give a big thanks to the United States Embassy in Phnom Penh and the U.S. State Department for sponsoring these videos. It really shows the U.S. Embassy's commitment to providing this kind of level of skills training during such a critical time in the history of the world. And I think that, having everybody be a little bit more tech savvy, especially nowadays, is going to be a very important skill moving forward. We all have to learn to adapt into this new future that we're building for ourselves. So best of luck to everybody out there. Stay safe with the whole global pandemic situation, and let's keep doing our jobs to protect nature and wildlife so that we can build a better future for people and wildlife all around the world. This is going to be Earthman Dan signing off. Take care, guys, and have a good one.